Right, that's it for acid-base titrimetry.
Yep, Dr. Dindi. There's just like one thing that I think we can also add to titrimetry, to acid-base titrimetry. So for all of these analytical techniques that Dr. Dindi has actually been talking about, it is very important that you're familiar with the type of chemical reaction that is involved. And whenever you're doing calculations related to like a specific technique, you always have to be working on a balanced chemical equation. So the stoichiometric ratios between your reactants and also like the products that you are measuring in the process, you have to make sure that those are according to a well-balanced chemical. So that's like one point for high school students and college students as well.
100% agree, Dr. Jeff. All right, so let's move on to complexometric titrimetry. So in this type of titration, you involve a simple ion that is transformed into a complex ion. So you use indicators, and also you can monitor with pH. So here's the general equation. Typically, your analyte for complexometric titration are metal ions. So what you do is that you add what's called a ligand to form a complex with the metal. And just like what Dr. Jeff McQueen said, it's important that the equation is balanced, or the equation has the correct coefficients in front of these participating species in a chemical reaction. So a very common chelating agent or ligand is called ADTA, so ethylene diamine tetraacetic acid. And as you can see from here, it's the complex that is formed has like 6 spots to form a complex with a metal ion. So here's a list of commonly used indicator for EDTA titration. I'm mostly familiar with Kelmagite and Arichrome black tea. So just like your acid-base indicators, these indicators are pH dependent. And so take, for example, you want to analyze barium ions. So initially, the barium is bound to the indicator, which in this case is the Arichrome black tea, and then your EDTA is your titrant. So the more ETA you add to your mixture, the complex changes. So the barium becomes more attached to EDTA because it's a certain amount of EDTA. The complex of formation is more favorable for barium EDTA. So at equivalence point, all the barium that's available will form a complex with EDTA, which is a colorless complex. And when that happens, it releases your indicator from barium, and the indicator changes from red or wine red to steel blue. So here's just a picture of what it looks like during an EDTA titration with Arichrome black tea. So just like what I mentioned, complexometric titration has been replaced with more advanced techniques, but there is still an acceptable test method for using this type technique. It's the total determination of total hardness in water with EDTA. So same concept from the previous slide, except your analyte is calcium or magnesium. So as you can see here, your initial color is wine red, and at stoichiometric point, or just right after the stoichiometric point, you form a steel blue solution.